I can't get no
satisfaction.
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward together with the Dekker Team.
We at the Dekker Team have enjoyed for over 35 years helping people, not only selling and buying real estate, also helping people build their finances, helping people build their self-worth, helping people build their faith, and helping people strengthen, heal, and flourish in their relationships. 35 years of helping people build their life and their home. And today we're going to discover what I call the 3 keys to truly being happy. And I use the word key because, people used to open their door with a key. I don't open mine with a key anymore. I use a keypad.
Right.
So it's still a key, right? So Yetta, the first one, you sang it.
I did. Well, I sang it the best I could.
Brilliantly.
Right. Singing is not my skill set. Real estate is my skill set. Singing is
Helping
something.
people is your passion.
Right.
And singing,
one word was as good as it got. And I'm sure it wasn't even on key.
I was impressed.
And so satisfaction, the thought is when I do something that I feel accomplished by doing, I get a level of satisfaction from learning something I didn't think I could learn or doing something I didn't think I could do. I even got satisfaction from croaking out that little word satisfaction, attempting to sing it, because there was a time, if we go back 10 years ago, there's no way I would have even attempted that.
Right.
Because up to that point, I had lip synced from the time I was 10 until I was into my 50s.
Yeah.
I had never let a noise come out of my mouth if it was in a singing or melodic way, because of course something happened when I was a kid. And so now I even feel a level of satisfaction of just doing one little silly word actually brought a level of satisfaction. So it doesn't have to be a big thing.
No, that's true. And, there's a story that well, it's our story. Do you remember Candace gave us that puzzle? It was called an impuzzable.
Actually, it wasn't Candace that gave us to us. No, it was one of our pastors.
Oh.
Yeah.
He heard that Yetta and I like doing puzzles. And so he bought the hardest puzzle there ever was, I think.
Yes. It was walruses. I still having nightmares about that puzzle.
Yeah, and all the pieces were fit in with each other.
And there was no edge.
And there was no edge.
No border.
Pieces.
And they were essentially the same color.
Yeah, it was terrible. And it was so frustrating because I think what happens is for satisfaction, there needs to be a challenge. It can't be just mundane and easy and I've done it a million times. To get satisfaction, you have to overcome something. But it can't be so impossible that you get discouraged.
Right, which we eventually threw that puzzle out.
We did.
Because I was ripping my hair out.
Well,
I love a difficult,
right?
I love a quasi-difficult puzzle. I mean, I just did a 1,500 piece. I've done a few 2,000 pieces. I don't even mind them if they're a little bit challenging. They just can't be impossible.
Right. So satisfaction comes from even doing something somewhat mundane, like the laundry. The satisfaction of having it all folded and put away and there's no laundry in the bins.
Might be satisfaction. It doesn't bring me a lot.
No, but completing things brings you satisfaction.
Yes, it does.
And I notice when I do the laundry, I'm okay if there's half a load left or whatever. It drives you nuts.
It does.
Because you want it complete, gone, everything done. Right? That brings you satisfaction.
It does.
See? So the laundry doesn't,
truth.
but the completion does.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. True confessions here. And so looking in your own life, what are areas or things where you can go, oh, I did that. I accomplished it. I finished it. There's completion. That is one of the keys to feeling internally satisfied, happy is the satisfaction.
Yeah. Another way you can feel satisfied is by doing things well. Like when we help a client buy or sell a house and it completes, it's not just about the completion. And it's not about the fee that we're going to get paid for doing it. It's about the satisfaction of doing it well, protecting you, our client, and making sure that we got the best value possible that we could. right? There's satisfaction in that. That's
So
why we
much
keep
so.
doing what we do.
And it's interesting you bring that up because last night I had a dream. It was a nightmare. And it was about not giving satisfaction to somebody that we were working with.
Ooh.
And, it's interesting that I woke up off
Mm-hmm.
in prep for this show. Obviously, I recalibrated and reset myself. But just having a dream about something like that through
And
my happiness
I
level.
wasn't even here when you got up because I was playing hockey this
I know.
morning.
And I did go for a swim because that helped me feel like I did something that was satisfying.
You accomplished something.
I accomplished something. I did my swim before we recorded.
And it's also, sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah.
it's also completing something that you committed to do.
Yes.
There's satisfaction in that, doing the things having integrity in the things you say you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're thinking, well, what's this got to do with real estate? Well, we want you to live in your house, make it home, right? So that's really what it's about. If you'd like some clarity on something, give us a call. We're happy to chat for 10, 15 minutes, 613-860-4663. And then the second one is meaning.
Yes.
Things must have meaning.
To you. They may
Yeah.
not have meaning to someone else, but allowing the things that mean something to you take on even greater meaning, just being aware of the meaning.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about a study, and I'm going to get all the numbers wrong, but the premise is right. So they did a study. They hired a bunch of university students to move dirt. So they had to shovel it from one pile to the next. And the first day, let's say they paid them $10 an hour. The second day, they said, who wants to come back? And we're going to pay 20% more. We're going to pay $12 an hour. And everybody came back. And all they did was they said, okay, we want you to move the dirt from where you moved it back to where it was. And it had no purpose, but you're getting $12 an hour. And when they were done, the day's work, they said, okay, tomorrow, if you want to come back, we're going to pay more, another 20% higher. And a lot of people dropped out. They would not come back, not because the work was so hard, but because the work had no meaning. And then by the end, there was virtually nobody left to shovel dirt back and
Even
forth.
though they kept increasing
the pay
Yep.
because it had no meaning. So that's very interesting. And then the third is enjoyment.
Yeah.
Enjoy what you do will bring happiness. So, that's one of the reasons we do real estate. We enjoy working with people. We enjoy working with you. We enjoy serving. We enjoy helping. And we
enjoy making a difference, really.
Yeah. And it's enjoyable for us to go to work. That's why we don't retire. Although we could. We choose not to because we find it enjoyable. And the more you can do in your day-to-day of these three things that give you satisfaction, things that bring meaning to you, and things that are enjoyable, the higher your happiness
Your
will
happiness
be.
meter will go up the rack. So think about what can you do in your life? What can you be up to in your life that will bring greater satisfaction, greater meaning, and greater enjoyment?
And we're grateful that you joined us on Life's Inside Track, because when we move forward together, we got this.
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward together with the Dekker Team.